Hey there, adventurers. Today we're back at SeaWorld Orlando. I am so excited since this is my first visit of 2026, and we're going to go ahead and talk about everything you need to know about SeaWorld this year, as well as ride a few rides. So today, let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. Now, looks like there is some preparations beginning for Seven Seas Food Festival, where there's some banners. On top of that, there's some new food booths here at SeaWorld for Seven Seas Food Festival. Now, we will be talking a lot more about Seven Seas later on. What's also really cool is that there's some signs throughout the park, such as greetings from the Caribbean, where there is special themed areas for the festival as a whole, which is so exciting. There's even some more food booths nearby Shark Encounter. However, oddly enough, there is still the menu from Christmas Celebration, so that's kind of awkward. Right now, the good news is that SeaWorld is not that crowded. I feel like if you go on a weekday, it is really enjoyable, but I'm hoping the wait times are the same. Good news, 10-minute wait for Mako. So I think now we're gonna go ahead and walk in. Gotta say, Mako, in my honest opinion, is probably my favorite coaster here. It is one of the best roller coasters even in Orlando, so I am very excited to see how Mako is today. As always, Mako is a perfect roller coaster. I mean, it is very intense while also being very smooth, packed with a lot of airtime, and it is probably my favorite coaster here in SeaWorld. One of my favorite coasters here in Orlando, as I feel like it is definitely in top 3 coasters of all time. But now, since we just got off of Mako, I now want to talk about the events here. Unfortunately, we did miss 2 events so far. For example, earlier in January, there was the Three Kings weekend. Plus, on select weekends in January, there's going to be the SeaWorld Inside Look, where You got to look at behind the scenes in the inner workings of SeaWorld on how they take care of their animals, where you get to go behind the scenes in like Shark Counter. Now this weekend, on January 24th, 25th, there's going to be the Just for Kids weekend, where you can enjoy hands-on activities, dance parties, photo opportunities with characters, and much more throughout the celebration. There's also going to be the Seven Seas Food Festival that we talked so much about already, from January 30th to May 17th, where you can join SeaWorld to sip and savor around SeaWorld Orlando with flavors from around the world, along with local craft beers. On top of that, there's going to be so many concerts on select weekends. On top of that, during Seven Seas Food Festival, there's even going to be some mini events, as I like to say. Starting February 12th to 22nd, there's going to be Mardi Gras, where you can enjoy limited time food, cocktails, entertainment, and live music, the Mardi Gras style, as part of the festival. From March 5th to 7th, there's going to be the St. Patrick's Day celebration, where you can enjoy a taste of St. Patrick's Day here at SeaWorld Orlando. There's also going to be Cinco de Mayo from April 23rd to May 5th, where you can enjoy authentic music, Mexican cuisine, and festive entertainment as part of the food festival. After the Seven Seas Food Festival, there's going to be Viva la Musica, where you can enjoy a festive, family-friendly Latin celebration in a new way, where you can dance to hot music, sample fiery flavors, shop for authentic souvenirs, and so much more. There's even going to be a special summer event with Electric Ocean and Summer Spectacular, where here you can enjoy a special DJ after dark, along with Ignite Fireworks Spectacular. This is an amazing fireworks spectacular, and on top of that, the drone show that debuted last year will be returning. So if you want to see one of the best fireworks shows here in Orlando, along with an amazing drone show, then I highly recommend watching that. Even then, there's also going to be Bands, Brews, and Barbecues on weekends from July 4th to August 23rd, where you could enjoy some barbecue, some brews, along with live concerts during the summer. However, once that event is over, on August 29th to November 1st, Halloween will be here, starting with Halloween Spooktacular. This is a family-friendly daytime event where you can meet some fun Halloween characters, along with some trick-or-treating, as this is more for families. So if you want a nice family-friendly event included with daytime mission SeaWorld, then I highly recommend going to SeaWorld Spooktacular. However, once it turns into nighttime, then SeaWorld Hollow Scream will be returning September 4th to October 31st. This is a separate ticketed Halloween haunt event where you get to enter into all sorts of haunted houses, scare zones, as well as see some pretty impressive shows, where this is much more adult. So if you're looking for anything family friendly, I highly recommend you go to Halloween Spooktacular instead, since this is an adult separate ticketed event. This is not included with general park admission. So if you are going to SeaWorld and if you want an amazing haunt event, I highly recommend going there. But last but not least, in winter, there's going to be a SeaWorld Christmas celebration from November 6th to January 3rd, 2027, where Christmas celebration is, in my opinion, the best Christmas celebration in Orlando, where this is part of your daytime mission SeaWorld, where you get to see all sorts of Christmas festivities, from plenty of decorations, sees a trees light show. There's so many festive shows, especially with the Winter Wonderland on Ice skating show. There's even going to be a Wondrous Night, a whole show all about the story of Christmas, as well as their Holiday Reflections fireworks finale. And on top of that, there's going to be plenty of festive food, drinks, and you can even meet Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer along with his friends, and even Santa Claus himself. Honestly, with SeaWorld, there's so many incredible events, and I cannot wait to see a lot of them this year. Ooh, they also have some tables here for Seven Seas Food Festival. How cool is that? When we're talking about coasters, we already did the best, so what is the next best coaster? Well, I think for that, let's go ahead and head over to Pipeline. Honestly, Pipeline is so much fun. I had a blast riding that. I feel like it is one of the best coasters here in SeaWorld. It's so unique, it's creative, but when it comes to rides at SeaWorld, there's going to be a brand new ride coming in 2026 with a new dark ride known as SeaQuest Legends of the Deep. On SeaQuest Legends of the Deep, this will be a brand new dark ride that takes families in an awe-inspiring voyage into the ocean's most extraordinary realms, where you step aboard a state-of-the-art submersible and discover ecosystems, legendary sea life, and breathtaking stories of resilience and wonder. Where here, this will be an indoor dark ride, thankfully. And now we're going to do something a bit different. Now, usually I just do some roller coasters, maybe a water ride, but for today, I also wanted to do the Sky Tower. If you are a silver, gold, or platinum pass member, you can get in for free. However, if you are just a regular day ticket guest, or if you have the fun card or bronze, then unfortunately you'll have to pay $6 in order to ride the Sky Tower. Though luckily we could actually get in. So let's go ahead and ride the Sky Tower.
Welcome aboard the SeaWorld Sky Tower. As you take your ride up to a height of 300 feet, we thought it would be helpful to share some SeaWorld tips that might make your day even more enjoyable. None of this would be possible without the continued support of our partner agencies, park guests like you, as well as people across the globe taking action to protect these amazing animals and their habitats. Our teams are on call 24/7, 365 days a year, partnering with multiple government agencies, conservationists, zoological facilities, and others to rescue and help animals in need of our care. Well, we're just about 300 feet up now, and from here you can see from miles and miles. As the cabin rotates, keep an eye open for a lush, tropical oasis right across the street from SeaWorld.
It seems to have become a ride park.
We are on a mission to protect marine life and the oceans they call home. Your visit is a chance for you to play a part in protecting our planet. To find more information on any of our award-winning events, guided tours, educational programs, or restaurant reservations, visit us online at SeaWorld.com, download the SeaWorld app, or stop by the guest information counter located near the park's front entrance.
And just got off of Sky Tower. That ride is so enjoyable, very relaxing. I love how I got to see the new SeaQuest building, and I gotta say, I feel like for Sky Tower I don't do it that much, but if you're a pass holder, then I highly recommend doing it at least once, since it's a nice, enjoyable ride, especially see SeaWorld from 300 feet above. But now, Penguin Trek is actually a 5-minute wait. This is my third favorite ride. Usually I skip this since this is a long wait, but Usually I skip this since this is a long wait, but you know what? Let's go ahead and get on it. And let's head in. Honestly, out of all the queues here, this is my second favorite queue. Even then, we have all this in here. Really cool to see. Oh my goodness. Whee! After Penguin Trek, you can enter into a penguin exhibit, though if you want to opt out, but unfortunately you can't, so I have to go all the way in here. So cool seeing all the penguins here, look at that! Wow! But now I think with that said, let's go ahead and get back out to the heat. Oh my goodness, look at that penguin up there. And that's going to be a wrap on our adventure here at SeaWorld. Today was such an amazing day. Got to ride all sorts of rides, such as Pipeline Mako twice, and also on top of that, we got to talk about all sorts of new events and even the new dark ride coming this year. I am so excited for SeaWorld this year since there's going to be so much happening. But I think now, let me know in the comments down below. Are you planning on visiting SeaWorld this year? And if so, let me know. What are you most excited to do? I'd love to hear in comments down below. But until next time, adventurers, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.